All right, let me just get my recipe for this one.
So we're going to make the chocolates and then...
I want you to grind the macadamia nuts. Today we're going to be making 2 survival foods for somebody just starting out. The first one is macadamia bread.
That's your fat bread that I saw?
That's my fat bread. I'll deal with the messy part because I got the apron. And I'd like to make a sugarless chocolate. It's something you can have in your refrigerator when you just, I need something sweet.
We both needed our little something.
Yeah, I use stevia. I don't use sugar because it elevates my blood sugar.
Taste it. See what you think.
I think it's perfect.
I think it's perfect too.
I think it's perfect. Everybody needs to learn a new word. It's called hyperinsulinemia. We're going to grind the macadamia nuts into a butter. We are constantly triggering our insulin. Some people develop type 2 diabetes, some people develop cardiovascular disease, some people develop Alzheimer's. I developed cancer. In 2012, I went for a breast MRI. And something lit up like a Christmas light. I had invasive with HER2 amplification, which is very aggressive and metastatic type of breast cancer. I'm going to add the coconut butter. Cancer cells have an Achilles heel. You inhale oxygen, your bloodstream carries oxygen throughout your body, so that's an energy source for healthy cells. And that energy is used by the mitochondria, which is in the cytoplasm of the cell. But cancer cells can't do that. Don't do this if you have granite. They can't get energy from oxygen. Cancer cells need to ferment. They need sugar and refined carbohydrate to proliferate. Do you ever see Star Trek, The Trouble with Tribbles? Okay? Do you remember at the end they say, I figured it out. If you don't want them to reproduce, stop feeding them. And that's what cancer is. So I started a ketogenic diet. A ketogenic diet is a high-fat, very low-carb. It's like Atkins on steroids. This particular diet for cancer means 80% healthy fats, 10, 12, maybe 14% protein, and no more than 12 grams carbohydrates.
Oh yeah, look at how nicely it rose.
All I was looking for was to prevent it from metastasizing. And surprise of surprise, it started shrinking. My tumor started shrinking. You can see it came out gorgeous. And my last MRI, the radiologist said, had I not known you were diagnosed and treated, I would look at this from another patient and say, nothing to see here.
So you never actually went through chemotherapy?
I didn't do surgery, I didn't do chemotherapy, and I didn't do radiation, no.
The headscarf is a religious...
Right, yes, absolutely. No, I have my hair. I have my hair. I eat well, I have a wonderful family, I have a wonderful healthy life. This can be in a donut pan so you can make lox, cream cheese, and bagels. I've never had an illness from the day I was diagnosed. My immune system is so good now that everybody will get sick with the flu, and my grandchildren are coughing in my face and sticking their hands in my mouth, and I don't get sick.
That's the norm.
Yes, that is the norm. I walk into the doctor's office and they say, oh, our miracle patient has arrived. And that was very disturbing to me because I didn't think, God runs the world, of course, but I didn't think there was anything miraculous about what was happening. I thought it was hard science. What did I do that was different from what anybody else can do? And the answer to that was the research. A scientific study changes the picture.
Cancer is described as an immensely heterogeneous disease. That's in fact a buzzword that's now very much in the literature. If you have a primary tumor, this cell can have this mutation, and right next to it you can have a cell that has different mutations, and the cells in the metastases have still different ones. And so what happens is, no matter how you target your cancer therapies, you're going to end up catching some of the mutations, and then some of them are simply going to be mutations you didn't hit with these particular therapies, and then those cells are going to be the ones that survive and come back to get you. Most cancers are treated by cocktails of multiple drugs which fail. They also subject the patient to toxic side effects and poor quality of life while it's failing. But in some respects, the more heterogeneous the cancer gets, the more it tends to converge to a common metabolism. That cancer cells depend on glucose as a source of fuel. That then could lend itself to a metabolic approach which targets just that. I don't know that that's going to be the case in most cancers, but it still doesn't stop me from being optimistic about the idea of using diet as an adjunct to chemotherapies and other forms of therapies to improve the overall efficacy of treatment.